What's up, guys? I'm Austin with KickingPowersports.com, and today I'm going to talk about what dirt bike is right for you. There isn't really a best dirt bike because everyone is different, everyone's situation is different, everyone's buying for a different person. You might be buying for a son, daughter, friend, yourself. Let's talk about what dirt bike is right for you. So first we're going to start from the smallest and go to the biggest. This one's a 40cc, 4-stroke, meaning it's not going to be super powerful. It's going to have enough power to get kids up hills, but it's going to require a little bit less maintenance than a 2-stroke. It's going to be a little bit easier to learn on if the kid is super young or if they're just barely getting into riding. Whereas the next 50cc 2-stroke is going to have quite a bit more power than the 40, but it's going to require a tiny bit more maintenance. Like, you're going to have to replace spark plugs a little bit more. You're going to have to mix gas and oil, which is okay. If your kid's a little bit bigger, a little bit older, maybe they've ridden a Razor dirt bike before or just ridden before, this would be a great option because they probably already know how to handle the power or handle a dirt bike and drive with the throttle. Next we have, we can talk about ages. This one, legally known under 14. I'm gonna say size wise of your child, how tall your kid is. Size, if your kid's from 4 to 8 years old, that one's gonna be a great option. If not that, this one's gonna be great for 5 to 9 year olds. Next we have a 70cc bike. And the 70cc and the 110cc bike actually have the same size frame. The reason being is because the 110 is more of a pit bike style bike where it's more powerful and a smaller engine used to rip around, whereas a 70 is the same size frame, but it's gonna have a little bit less power. It's gonna be a little bit lighter, making it easier for kids to handle it when they're riding on it. Typically on this bike, you're gonna put kids from 8 to 12 years old on it. If they're getting a little bit older, you're gonna want a 110 just because it has a little bit more power for them to mess around with and learn on. But next, and again, legal age under 14 or 16, we're gonna say on this one, no one under 16 on these two legally. And always have them ride on closed tracks, private courses, whatever. Next is the 125 SX. So it's a 125cc engine. It has a fully automatic engine as well, meaning that they're not going to have to shift, they're not going to have to use a clutch, which is one of the main differences between this one and this one. So if your kid's a bit smaller, not quite as strong maybe, this one would be a great option for them if they're 12 to 15 maybe, maybe even 10 to 15. Just because they're learning to ride around on a dirt bike and they don't want to deal with the clutch or gears. That would be a great option for them. Maybe you just want a dirt bike to putt around and not worry about clutch, just ride around the property. Great option. The next dirt bike is the 125, SYX 125. This one's my personal favorite. If I were to get myself a dirt bike, I'm 18, I would get this one because it's bigger, it's more powerful, it has bigger suspension, and it is all around just a better dirt bike for me. Being bigger, knowing how to drive a dirt bike, knowing how to drive with gears. Even if I were to learn to drive, be just barely learning how to drive a dirt bike with a clutch, this would be a great option just because of how simple it is and how well priced it is relative to Honda's, Kawasaki's, KTM's. It's going to be a better price for really close to the same value. I'm going to be honest. Unless you're racing motocross, I think this is a great option. Alright, so basically younger kids down over there, older people, 12 and up, this bad boy, pick your choose. Whichever one seems best for you, whatever riding seems best. If you're riding a lot of trails, 4-strokes tend to do better, but if you're ripping on a motocross track, 2-stroke. And honestly, there is no reason for you to buy a Honda, Kawasaki, KTM, Japanese bike, expensive bike, unless you're racing motocross, or doing serious trail riding. If you're just riding around the campground, ripping around the property, there's no reason to spend thousands and thousands, 5 times more on a dirt bike when you can get exactly what you need with one of these guys. I'm also the KickingPowersports.com. If you like this video, subscribe and drop a like. If you like these dirt bikes, they're all available on KickingPowersports.com right now. So go ahead and visit that website if you want to pick one up.